Hello and welcome, dearest. I'm Grandma Mimsy, and I received some questions by someone who prefers to be referred to as vultures. So I wanted to do a series basically for beginners, and I've done beginner videos and other explanations in the past, but I wanted this to be a little bit more inclusive, and so I'm going to kind of do this in segments so that it's not so overwhelming. So those of you who are my regular followers, and I appreciate you, this is going to be kind of a repetitive nature. I appreciate it if you watch all the way through, but I understand if you decide you don't want to. So you got a lot of questions, and you just ordered some things because, hey, you saw this stuff and thought it might be interesting. So let me give you the basics. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed by everything here, or that oh, hey, light on the situation might help. You've ordered a few things. You don't want to be overwhelmed. You kind of want to know what you're supposed to use this stuff for. But at the same time, this is a process. It's an experience. It's a journey. It's, in my opinion, self-care. It is a form of nail art. A lot of people take this very seriously in the depths of the levels that they can go to. So as a beginner, you're like, oh my gosh, I can't do that. And then very shortly, in a matter of months, if not sooner, you're going to be like so engrossed in the rabbit holes, and there are multiple directions you can go in this all at the same time, that it can seem very scary and very exciting and thrilling, and that there's just so much that goes into this. And in my opinion, Maniology is a company that is based in Hawaii, that they consider their people ohana, which is the Hawaiian word for family. So welcome to the family. And if you are someone else who is a brand new beginner, you've discovered my channel, you're welcome too. I love and appreciate everybody who is helping me along in my personal journey. This is my nail art therapy. This helps me to function in life in a lot of ways, because the self-care is definitely needed in a lot of ways. And being able to do this channel and provide the information and knowledge and details that I know helps me to help you, helps me. So there we are. That's my intro today. So I made a little bit of a list. This is not an inclusive list. This is not everything that you will need. It's just kind of a get you started kind of way. So basically, you're going to need to collect some containers, get things, and to be honest, starting out and even now sometimes, if there's a product that I use that comes in a fairly sturdy box, I save the box and I use it for what it can work. So you're going to need some containers to hold things. Maniology did come out with this. This is a nifty little gadget. I'm not sure how long it's going to be around, but it is an expandable cup. I'll show this here, I had these in here for another purpose, so I'm going to stick those. Where am I going to stick those? You know what? Thought I was prepared, and then I'm not. Okay, so basically, this is an expandable cup, so you can move it in and out. And I have used it to put nail polish remover in to put my fingers in. So you see it's big enough that you can put your hand in there and let all your nails kind of soak if that's what you need to do. I've also used it to put warm soapy water in to pre-do my my current mani process. It will then fold down. Maybe we should have folded it down before we put it back in. But oh, good grief, I'm not going to struggle with that. We'll just fix it later. But basically, you can use it to put these things in to hold your supplies and whatnot, and that's kind of what I use this for as well. That's one thing I do recommend. I believe it's about $12. I could be wrong, give or take. But get them while they last, and tell Maniology we'd like to keep them, because to some degree, the up and down part, that's going to wear out. We're going to want replacements. And I actually did get a second one because I used one to put my nail tips in to let them dry after I've done things with them. So, and the nail tips I refer to is the little swatching sticks that I do demos on. I don't normally wear nail tips, but if you wear nail tips, I have other things for you. So you're going to need a nail file. I prefer the glass. I think it works better. You're going to want the etched, not the sprayed on kind. You can find these on all of the websites and all the little discount stores and places. Just be careful. They are glass. You drop it, it breaks. Some of them come with containers and whatnot. You can get the emery board style type things. These are from Maniology. These ones are really good. They're not as like sandpaperish as the regular emery boards in the stores, but if that's all you can get for right now, then that's what you have access to. Get what you can do and do this within your budget. You don't feel like you have to get this all at once. Get them as you can, get them as your budget allows, get them as you can afford to do, and go about this slowly. It's not something like you have to go out and buy all this stuff at once. Get what you need as you need it, when you need it, and expand as much as you can when you can. And don't, my number one thing is do not have the FOMO. Do not fear the missing out of, because this is not the missing out of. Even though Maniology and a lot of these companies, you know, from Nike to on down to Amazon, it's like get it now before it sells out. No, that's the consumerism I'm not trying to promote. I'm trying to promote the citizenship of frugality. Live within your means, do what you need to do to take care of you. If you can afford to get it and you have the disposable income, then go ahead. If you're not able to get it, hey, there will be something else, you know, like that phrase they say, you know, they'll fill in the blanks. Something is, you know, like a bus. Another one will be along in 10 minutes. Don't worry about it. I like the exclusivity of things that you can get. I like the collectability of things you can get. But if you don't have the space, if you don't have the time, if you don't have the money, then come along for the journey. And, you know, I am diligently trying to be in the gratitude of things. So work within your gratitude of what you have available to you and count your blessings, because you never know when they will go away. So you're going to need at some point to have the nail file. Like I said, get the emery boards, the sticks, the whole shebang of things to take care of your nails. Cutters, trimmers, scissors, cuticle pushers, all these things that will help in, and I'll, at the times, this is not an exhaustive list, and this is not going to be a complete video on everything. This is mostly just to get you started. So, of the things you might need. Sorry, the dishwasher's going. Yay, thank you for that. I had so many years, probably about 10 years where I was having to do dishes by hand. Being able to have the blessing of a mini tiny little countertop dishwasher is, you have no idea. And the maintenance people were outside doing on something. I don't know if they're just at lunch or if they've moved to another section, but so if that noise comes back, I'm sorry. So you're gonna need lotions, potions, and creams, cotton balls. They have them in the flat rounds that are in the makeup section. They have the lint-free squares, which I love. I like these a lot better. You need holders for those things, polish remover. I recommend in pump form, but that you could get the replacement bottles to be able to refill and whatnot. You want to get 100% acetone. That is 100% acetone that has nothing else in it. If you need for your hands, for you personally on your skin, to get the ones that have the additives, never use those on your plate, and you never use acetone on your stampers. Never, 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 ever will you use any type of acetone on your stamper. That is just, you use the acetone, the 100% acetone exclusively and only on your plates to clean them. Your scrapers are a different story. You can use acetone on those things, but be very careful because it will melt these things, believe it or not. And then, like I said, you're going to need holders to hold your stuff while you're working on things. Silicone is best for that. Nail base helpers, base coats, fillers, treatments, top coats, nail bed covers, lint roller sheets, tape of various sizes, silicone covers for your surfaces. This is, you know, just like I said, not a complete list of things that you need to have, but essentially you're going to need something, your kitchen or bathroom sink, or a small basin of some sort where you can put warm soapy water in. You've washed and scrubbed. Oh, and a nail brush, one of those thingies that you can use at the sink. But basically, you're going to wash and clean your hands, wash and clean all your instruments per their specific requirements. The tools, probably soap and water, and maybe a little acetone, alcohol, rubbing alcohol, that type of thing. So you're going to have all those things. You're going to wash and soak your hands to make sure. And I'm not a nail tech. I've just been doing this for a very long time, and I've had a lot of trainings on things throughout my life. And I'm just err on being careful how to do this. So you're going to go through and, again, wash and scrub your hands, soak them in warm soapy water. And then you're going to go through with your devices. So you can get things like this from Maniology and other companies. Where's my other ones? I had another one. Where'd it go? Oh, well. Anyway, these types of things you want to be very careful with. This is what you would consider a cuticle pusher. There are glass ones. Maniology has those as well. You can get those off the other stores. I highly recommend the glass and the stainless steel. Try to stay away from the plastic, but there you go. So this is something, it does have an angle. It is kind of sharp, but you want to do it in little circles as you're going around the nail ed, and you are pushing everything ever so gently, because these are sharp. It will hurt. But if you soak your hands in the warm soapy water, it kind of helps to make things be a little bit easier. But you are just pushing as little as you possibly can get it to go, and then you want to go back around again. And you're doing in little circles where you just kind of keep nudging things back, and you will find that things will kind of come up. So most people, when you start off, you're probably going to find that the nail cuticle part has come down a couple of little. Just keep pushing it back till you can get it as far back as you can go. You can push a little bit this way, but be careful, because this is where your nail grows, and you want to definitely treat that as gently as possible. This part is so that you can clean underneath, clean around ever so gently, but again, they can be sharp. Be very, very careful. These were ones that came as a multi-tool. So it's a grabber, and it has the little parts that are similar to this one. And I will explain on those a little bit later. You can get things like these, but be very careful. They go around to trim things off, but if you go the wrong way, ouch, you've slipped and you've cut yourself. So be very, very, very gentle. And my suggestion is to put some sort of grippy tape or something, so that as you're holding it, things, kind of, there you go. These are the nail nippers. You can get the actual clipper ones. You're really not supposed to cut your cuticle, but a lot of people do that in the beginning because it's been maltreated badly and isn't necessarily healthy, or doesn't. But be very careful. Again, they are very sharp. The tools, I cannot say be careful enough. So there we have those thingies. Then you're going to go through and these are nice little scissors that Maniology has. They are incredibly sharp, not to be meant to be used on people. They're meant to be used in the process of doing the mani, and I will explain further on in other videos. Then you can get these decorating things that, well, no, actually I'm going to step back. This is a cleanup tool, cleanup brush, where you have the edge that you can have your nail polish remover, and after you're done of the artwork or other things, you can go around the cuticles to clean up. This is a dual one. This one you cannot buy off of Maniology in this shade, because this was a special exclusive to a box they had. It has more of an angled brush to do the cleanup with and other artwork. It has a stamper, mini stamper at the top. You can buy a different version that looks like this, that in the middle it has the white, the outer parts is white, it matches this one, but you can get that part on Maniology. The other tools that you can get, this was part of a set that they had. You can buy these individually. This one has, I think, a third one to it. You can buy this these are sets separately. You can buy this one as a set, and this one comes undone. This unscrews, and there's another attachment to it that has a brush similar to this one, and then it has the fine detailed brush, and it's meant to stand up. It's has other things that go along with. Those are for artwork things down the road. These ones are nice because they also have the ball tip that is different artwork things. So that's things. You're going to need some tweezers because you will find that Maniology sells this. Again, incredibly sharp, but this has also that pusher that I was talking about that you can use, and this is more of a silicone. What else? Oh, these nail buffers. Maniology sells these. They're the greatest ones I've ever found, but you can buy the 3 and 5 and other versions of in one that has the buffing side. It's a lighter than a emery board kind of filing, but you don't do this to file your nail. You do this to kind of do the top of your nail before you begin, and then as you do this part, it brings out the shine and does other nifty things. I found some sets that have these little clippers that that hold the rounds so that you can put your finger in and it keeps it there longer. I don't recommend using foil because that has other attributes that you may not want to expose yourself to. You could just kind of sit and hold it, or wrap something around it, but I really do like these thingies because they're not too tight. They do different things. There is cuticle oil you're going to want to get that you put around your nail. There is this Mani mask that after you're done with your cleanup process, you put this around your cuticle to protect that from the extra polish that kind of may bleed over. You're going to need other things that you put on your nails as a preventative measures. Maniology has a boatload of calcium 7-in-1, ridge fillers, other things that you put on your nail in the beginning to protect your natural nail before you start applying the polish. You are going to want a base coat, and you can get others from, like I said, drugstore or Maniology. There's all kinds of companies out there that sell these things. All this stuff that as you go through, you're going to scrub off and gently take care of your cuticles. You're going to moisturize. You're going to apply things to your nails that make them to be strong and healthy and all that neat stuff. If you need that, because if you don't need them, if your nails are great, then you can move on after just the cleanup. But most people find that they have issues with their nails and want to put something on. So then that's the next part of the videos is it. Oh, and that get you a pump of some sort, because it's easier to do the pumping thingy than when you're trying to do stuff to pour out the bottle. But the plastic ones don't kind of hold up, which is why I recommend getting one that's already coming in a pump of this nature. But you can get additional pumps, or you can get the glass ones. The glass ones will work as well. I just don't have mine anymore. Anyway, so at this point, if you can get the extra little pumpies from places, I got this one that came in a set with a bunch of other tools and things. But you can put your rubbing alcohol in that, and that helps to kind of save your time. But here is, like I said, this is the basics of things that you're going to want to get along with your scraper cards and your stampers and your polishes and other things. Oh, and what I was going to share with these thingies. These are the little, whoa, we're going to be hunting for those. These are the beads, the metal beads. Maniology sells these. You can also get them at a lot of other places. But these go into the bottle. They go into, they're called different things, but essentially they're the shaker beads, stainless steel. You want stainless steel, but they go into your bottle, and depending on the size of your bottle, you can put more or less to your liking, so that when you shake things up, it helps keep the polish fluid. It's kind of like putting tennis balls in the dryer with your clothes. It helps things bounce around so that everything kind of gets flowing together. And I recommend the wool balls instead of the tennis balls, just from my experience. You get a better dry with that. But at the same time, wool creates the static, so you need to put other things in to make sure, not the dryer sheets. You need to do other things to your clothes to make sure you're not, the whole other life cycle of things. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please be kind. Please be the best human you can possibly be. I know there are a lot of people out there that are making it difficult, and that's okay. We just need to show them empathy and caring and understanding, and I appreciate everybody who is along this journey with me. You don't need my permission, but I'm giving you permission to do what you need to do for you. I love you as a person. I appreciate you for supporting me in the ways that you can. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share, because that helps me to grow my channel, to unlock other things that YouTube lets us do. And then I can do more to share things with you. But I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of special effects stuff, editing or whatnot. I'm filming, I'm sharing, I'm done, because that's way too complicated to learn how to figure out how to do. And I'm just the basics grandma. I'm just here to kind of join in the love of the nails and all that neat fun stuff. So, you know, if down the road I might find something to add a little pizzazz and sparkle, but I'm not going to go into the extremes. There are plenty of people that do that, and if that's your game and that's what you enjoy, there's plenty of room for all of us. So y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Come back for part 2. Bye.